everyone, Tim Vine here, and welcome to Board of Numbers, episode 13. Yes, this is the podcast where I talk about every single number on the dartboard, and today we have got to number 13. So the very first question I know you want to know the answer to, who are the neighbours of 13? Well, it's 4 and 6. 4 and 6 are the neighbours of 13. Okay, so let's start, as we always do, with the single 13. Single 13, if you're on 53, you go for single 13 to leave double 20. If you're on 29, you may go single 13 for double 8. If you're on 21, sometimes people go single 13 for double 4. Not often, I suppose most people will go 5 for double 8 or 1 for double 10, but it is possible. Let's move on now to doubles. Okay, so one thing I used to do when I was at school, when I first started getting into darts, me and some friends, Paul Waugh and Brett Craigmile and the like, we used to play 101s over and over again, and one of our favourite flash 101s we'd attempt would be outer bull, double 13 bull, and it's always one that's lovely to go for, a nice trick shot if you can do it. So that involves a double 13, rather lovely. If you're on 52, yes, you could go double 13 twice. You won't see the pro do it. You'll never see the pro do it. But I sometimes do it if I'm at home alone and I'm on 52. It can happen. Again, if you're doing the double shots, 58, double 13, double 16, it can happen. But it's not something they do in normal 501s, that the pro won't be doing it in the World Championship. So now we go to treble, and I've written that down as tribble, T-R-I-B-L-E. But there we are. So the treble, what have I put there? Yes, okay. So if you're on 71, this is one of the times the treble 13 gets used the most by a pro in a 501. If you're on 71, you go treble 13 to leave double 16. What's nice about that is if you miss the treble 13, you hit the single 13, you're then on 58, and you just simply move up a couple of segments, hit the single 80, and then go for double top. So then if you're on 139, a big shot, and as we know, we do the old sandwich, the treble 20, double 20 sandwich. You go treble 20, treble 13, double 20, and that's the 139. And the 131 simply involves the 71 shot I've done before, but we put a treble 20 at the beginning. Treble 20, then treble 13, double 16. I'm rushing through this, ladies and gentlemen, because like yesterday, we have a guest! I know you didn't think it, did you? You did not think it while you were listening to this. You thought it's another one of these ones where he just witters on. Ladies and gentlemen, we have... I'm not entirely sure whether he's a massive darts fan, but he's a fantastic chap, my very, very good friend. It's the incredible John Archer. Welcome to the show.
Good evening. Thank you. It's great to be here. Because my favourite way of doing 13 is red, pink, then a red and a brown.
No, that's snooker. That's snooker. This is particularly for darts.
Because you finish a game on a pink and a black,
which
is 13. Pink and a black is...
That's snooker. We got some humour going already, we have. I tell you what. Here we go.
I know nothing about darts.
You do. Well, you know a little bit of darts.
I know a little bit.
We've played darts together before. You actually sort of refused to play me because it's one of the few games where I'll probably get the better of you. So I don't want to play that. Everything else you're up for.
It's the same reason that you stopped playing me at golf, really.
I think you find the last time we played golf, we played the little 9-hole course.
Yeah, it was the little 9-hole. It's the big drives you can't do.
I don't do that, no.
No, exactly.
But that's more because I don't want to waste 4 hours. I'm not.
But if you play darts with me, it's almost 4 hours.
Well, no. It's only the length of the person who wins.
Player. That's true. Yeah.
Well, that's something we've learned straight away there. A game of darts is only the length.
As long as the best player.
Whereas a game of golf is as long as the worst player. There's something, isn't it?
Yeah, you see, we have discovered something
that's
there.
That's interesting, isn't it?
And the same probably goes for snooker. It's as long as the best player.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, because they have a break. And in fact, can you think of anything else other than golf where it's as long as the worst player? We've gone off 13 a bit here, but go on.
Well, I don't know a lot about croquet, but no, that's probably the best
once you've
player.
hit the middle,
you're right.
As good as the best player.
I picked one out the blue there with croquet, didn't I?
Yeah, I should that. It's probably going to have to be individual, not tennis. No, it's the best player, really, isn't it?
Yeah, best player would just win it quickly in tennis.
Golf is the only game where it's the same length. It's just
as long as the
worst player. Yeah.
Unless you played match play, in which case could be over quite quickly if you played a terrible player.
That's true. Yeah. So anyway, when you throw for a 13 generally? When would you throw for 13 on a dartboard?
If I needed 13.
Well, then you'd bust it, wouldn't you? So you've got you've got to end on a double, John. How would you end on? How would you finish on 13?
Well, if I had 53, I'd definitely go 13 double top.
Brilliant.
You mentioned that one.
We did mention that.
You mentioned that. That's the obvious one. You see, the thing, I think where the professionals step in,
yes,
is when they know like things like what the trebles are.
Yes,
they automatically know what all the trebles add up to. So that and it's very much it's a game of very specific maths.
It is,
darts, isn't it? It's very specific maths. It's maths involving just a small group of numbers, 20.
Yes,
and combinations of those numbers, and people who know what all the combinations are.
Well, it's
you learn the combinations.
Well, it's interesting because a lot of the pros, because they're very, very good, end up going down all the same paths. So if they do throw a stray dart, often you'll see them asking the guy with this doing the scoring, "What am I on?" Because sometimes it's not as though they're doing the maths anymore; they're just used to paths.
Yeah, but when they say "what am I on," they would then know where to go to get the finish, wouldn't they?
Generally speaking, yeah. But I mean, there are some players who. Well, no, that's true. But I mean, but generally, they are so good that they go down all the same pathways all the time. So they're no longer doing maths. They just know which way to go. They know that 139 is probably going to be. Actually, I don't know how 139. They might start on the treble 19 actually. 28, 17. You might go treble 19, treble 12, double 18, maybe even.
Yeah, you see, it's like, I mean, I'm good at maths. I am good at math. I am good at math.
Yes.
But when you start breaking it down on a dartboard and it's trebles and doubles and the professional dart players.
Yes.
Do you think they know every out for every number from what's the highest out?
Oh, they certainly know every way they'd go out for every number, yeah. And then not only that, they not only do they know every way out, they will know their favourite way out, because there are some ways where, like 141, for example.
Yeah.
You could go treble 20, treble 19, double 12, or the way John Lowe did it when he did the first ever televised 9-darter was treble 17, treble 18, double 18. So I mean, there are different ways of going for. Right. As the shots get, the higher up you go, there's only one way. So 167, there's only treble 20, treble 19, bull. That's it.
So the highest out it must be 160. Is that right?
170, because you end on the bull.
Oh, you end on the
treble
bull.
20, treble 20,
so
bull.
Is every number from 170 down outable, or are some not outable in 3 darts?
Say that again.
Is every number?
Say that again.
Say that again. Is every number from 170 down?
Yes.
Is every one of them outable within 3 darts?
Oh, outable. I thought you were saying outer bull.
No, is every one of them... Can you go out on 3 darts with every one?
No, you can't, no. Would you like me to talk you through it's only like the first 10, really. So 170 you can go out, 169, 168 you can't go out on in 3 darts, 167 you can, 166 and 165 you can't, 164 you can, 163 and 162 you can't, 161 and 160 you can. The lowest number that you can't go out on 3 darts is 159, and as I said to the listeners, and they'll remember this, one of the listeners, yes, yeah, I think we're still just about tipping over the 10, all over the 2. But one time, one of the embarrassing things that happens when I played a game of pairs when I was playing Super League, and the guy wasn't that impressed with me anyway. He threw 3 darts, and he was my pairs partner. He left me 170.
Right.
I stepped up and threw 11 and left him 159. You could hear almost everyone in the room go, "What's he done there? Blimey!"
Yeah.
But anyway,
you weren't throwing for 11 though, were you?
I certainly wasn't. I was going for the 20.
Yeah, exactly. But what did you hit first?
I hit 2 5s and a 1. That's how I did it.
So as soon as you hit those 2 5s, did you not think maybe I should go somewhere else so I don't hit that one? You didn't think it through, did you think? Did you not think, what should I aim for that will definitely give him a finish?
That's a good point. Maybe my last dart I should have gone down for the 19s, but I was probably in my mind remaining optimistic that I might actually hit a 20 1 out of 3 shots at it. Let's just finish this episode, if you don't mind, by just saying something about the 13.
Yes.
There are. Have you got any questions?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming and being the guest on this. We've talked a bit about 13, haven't we? How would you go out on 13? You didn't tell me that.
I'll go 5 double 4.
That's exactly right, and that's what the pro would do. The
Right.
pro would do that. It's very unlikely a pro would go 166.
And do you know why I said that?
Why?
It's because I realised that double four, you split it, you're still on twos.
I tell you what, listeners, he's learning, isn't he? Like we have all been doing for the last 13 days. And tomorrow it's number 14. Will it be 3 guests in a row? Tune in and find out.
Happy Christmas, everybody.
Happy Christmas!